Big updates don't usually change how people feel about software, but this one might. LibreOffice 26.2 just dropped, and for a lot of users, this update quietly fixes the biggest reasons people avoided LibreOffice in the first place: speed, compatibility, and trust. All three just took a serious step forward. If you've ever tried LibreOffice and thought, this is okay, but not quite there yet, this update might completely change your opinion. For years, LibreOffice has been known as the free alternative. Free as in no subscription, no cloud lock-in, no account required. But let's be honest, being free wasn't always enough. Performance could feel slow. Microsoft Office files didn't always behave perfectly, and some people just went back to what they already knew. LibreOffice 26.2 feels different, and the timing of this update matters more than ever. Right now, productivity software is moving in one direction: monthly fees, always online, accounts, syncing, tracking, and subscriptions that never really end. Writing a document used to be simple. Now it often comes with logins, pop-ups, and background services you never asked for. That S, the environment LibreOffice 26.2 is landing in and. It's why this update is getting attention. Let's start with performance, because this is the first thing people notice. LibreOffice 26.2 feels faster. Not just in benchmarks, but in real use. Documents open quicker. Large files respond better. Scrolling, typing, and switching between tools feels smoother. Even on older laptops, the difference is noticeable. This matters because Office software is something people use every day. Small delays add up. When typing feels instant again, it changes how the software feels overall. For many users, this update removes that slightly heavy feeling LibreOffice used to have. Now let's talk about compatibility, because this has always been the big question. Microsoft Office formats are everywhere. DOCX, LSS, PPTX. If those files don't open correctly, nothing else matters. LibreOffice 26.2 makes meaningful improvements here. Documents created in Microsoft Office now open more accurately. Layout issues are reduced. Fonts behave better. Tables and formatting stay closer to the original. Is it perfect? No software is. But for everyday documents, schoolwork, office files, and shared projects, LibreOffice 26.2 is far more reliable than before. For many users, this removes the biggest risk of switching. Then there's privacy, and this is where LibreOffice really stands apart. LibreOffice does not require an account, does not force cloud syncing. It does not track how you write, what you open, or when you work. Your files stay on your computer unless you choose otherwise. It sounds simple, but in today's software world, it's becoming rare. As more tools move toward cloud-first models, users are starting to question what they're giving up in exchange for convenience. LibreOffice offers a different approach. You install it, you use it. That's it. For privacy-focused users, students, journalists, and anyone tired of being watched by their own tools, this matters a lot. And this isn't just about Linux. LibreOffice 26.2 works on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Windows users who are tired of subscriptions now have a serious alternative that doesn't feel outdated or limited. Linux users get an Office suite that keeps improving without compromising values. Even Mac OS users can benefit from a tool that doesn't try to pull them into an ecosystem. LibreOffice 26.2 isn't trying to replace everything for everyone overnight, but it's proving something important. Powerful desktop software can still exist without subscriptions, without tracking, and without cloud dependency. And that idea alone is why this update matters more than it looks at first glance. Now let's talk about real-world use, because features only matter if they actually help people day to day. One of the biggest reasons users stayed with Microsoft Office wasn't love it, was habit. People knew where things were. They knew how files behaved, and switching felt risky. LibreOffice 26.2 reduces that fear more than any update before it. The interface feels more refined. Menus are clearer. Icons are more consistent. Nothing feels dramatically different, but everything feels more polished. That's important because Office software shouldn't distract you. It should disappear once you start working. Writer LibreOffice's word processor feels especially improved. Typing is smoother. Long documents are easier to navigate. If you've Ever worked on a big report or school paper and felt lag or delay before? That's far less noticeable now. Calc also benefits from performance improvements. Large spreadsheets load faster, calculations feel quicker, and working with multiple sheets is smoother. For most everyday spreadsheet users' budgets, reports, simple data calc now feels solid and dependable. And Impress, LibreOffice's presentation tool, continues to improve quietly. Presentations load faster, transitions feel smoother, and compatibility with PowerPoint files is better than before. If you receive slides from coworkers or classmates, you're far less likely to see broken layouts or missing elements. But beyond speed and polish, LibreOffice 26.2 sends a bigger message. It shows that desktop software is not dead. For a long time, companies have pushed the idea that everything must move to the cloud, that productivity tools should live inside browsers, tied to accounts and subscriptions. LibreOffice challenges that idea by continuing to invest in a powerful offline experience. You can work without an internet connection. You can keep your files local. You can control backups yourself. That freedom still matters to a lot of people, especially in environments where privacy, stability, or limited internet access is a concern. Another important point is ownership. When you use subscription software, you're renting your tools. Stop paying, and access can change. LibreOffice flips that relationship. You install it once. You own your workflow. Updates are optional, not forced. That sense of control is becoming more valuable as people grow tired of constant changes they didn't ask for. Now let's talk about who this update is really for. If you're a Linux user, LibreOffice 26.2 feels like a clear win. It continues to improve without compromising the values that drew people to Linux in the first place. If you're a Windows user, especially someone tired of subscriptions, this update should catch your attention. LibreOffice no longer feels like a backup plan. It feels like a real option, one that can handle most daily work without asking for your data or your credit card. And if you're a student, this matters even more. LibreOffice gives you professional-level tools for free. No trials, no limits, no sudden paywalls. That alone can remove a lot of pressure. LibreOffice 26.2 doesn't try to be flashy, doesn't chase trends. It focuses on reliability, performance, and trust. And in today's software world, it's almost refreshing. The most interesting part is that this update didn't come with hype. No massive marketing campaign, no big launch event, just steady improvement. And sometimes, that's exactly what people want. So the big question now is simple. Does LibreOffice 26.2 finally change the conversation? For a long time, LibreOffice was seen as a backup option. Something you used if you didn't want to pay, or if you were on Linux and had no choice. That perception is slowly fading, and this update plays a big role in that shift. LibreOffice 26.2 doesn't try to copy Microsoft Office feature for feature. Instead, it focuses on doing the basics really well, writing documents, managing spreadsheets, and creating presentations without friction. And for most people, that's exactly what matters. The truth is, most users don't need advanced cloud collaboration or AI features built into their word processor. They need something fast, reliable, and predictable. LibreOffice is leaning into that reality, and it's working. Another thing worth mentioning is trust. Software today asks for a lot of trust. Trust that your data is handled properly. Trust that updates won't break your workflow. Trust that pricing won't suddenly change. LibreOffice builds trust by keeping things simple and transparent. There's no sudden terms update pop-up, no feature lock behind a subscription tier, no pressure to move your files somewhere you didn't choose. You stay in control from start to finish. That's a big deal, especially for people who feel burned by constant changes in modern software. LibreOffice 26.2 also shows how strong open-source software can be when it's given time to mature. This update is the result of years of steady development, feedback from real users, and a focus on long-term stability instead of short-term trends. And that long-term thinking matters. Because Office software isn't something you switch every year, it's something you rely on for work, school, and personal projects. Stability matters more than hype. LibreOffice understands that. Now, is LibreOffice 26.2 perfect? No. There are still edge cases where Microsoft Office files behave better in Microsoft's own software. Some advanced users will still miss certain features, and large organizations deeply tied into Microsoft's ecosystem may not switch anytime soon. But that's not the point. The point is that LibreOffice is no longer just good enough. For many people, it's genuinely good. Good enough to trust, good enough to rely on, and good enough to recommend without hesitation. For Linux users, this update reinforces LibreOffice as the default choice. For Windows users, it offers freedom from subscriptions without sacrificing productivity. And for anyone who cares about privacy, control, and ownership, it's a reminder that alternatives still exist. They're getting better. LibreOffice 26.2 doesn't scream for attention. It quietly earns it. And in a world where software keeps asking for more data, more money, more control, that quiet confidence stands out. So if you've ignored LibreOffice in the past, this is the update worth revisiting. Install it. Try it for real work. See how it fits into your daily routine. You might be surprised by how little you miss and how much you gain.